Hi everyone, Wolfie Renkin here. A few days ago, I had a nice delivery. I got a great big box, and you'll see what it is because I've written all over it. But it was this massive box, and I'm keeping the box because I haven't got masses of shelf space to put this thing. I kind of like more storage at the moment. I'm thinking of getting a nice camphor box. I've got a camphor box and I've got all my records in that, and it's just the perfect size for all my LPs. So that's really nice. I've got some CDs in there as well. I've got two boxes of CDs in there as well, and it's all kind of packed away, and that's nice because it kind of minimizes dust. I don't like dust around, so the more stuff I've got sort of out, the more dust I've got to sweep up. That's my theory anyway. So I'm a bit of a minimalist. If I can do that, that's a better thing for me. So I've got a little pirate's chest for my singles, and that is really awesome for the singles, but it's full. So yeah, I'd like to get my hands on some more storage. I need something like that, like a box that I can shut, and that isn't sort of exposed. Because I do have a lot of stuff around, and lately since I've been collecting vinyl again, it's just kind of like exploded. I didn't really think I'd be collecting vinyl again, and then for those who don't remember, my first modern vinyl record, a new one that came out and really sort of blew me away that there was a new vinyl record, was no go away Jet, be off with you, go on, sorry, go on. Sorry, that was my beautiful big Jet. She was going to come in here and knock things over and dribble on things, and I didn't really want that. My first single of recent times was Is There Something I Should Know by Duran Duran. It came out on blue vinyl, and when I saw that, it was kind of, whoa. And ever since then, I've been collecting vinyl in spades. And there was a couple of things that I had looked at that I was going to pick up, and I didn't. The David Bowie box set, which would have appealed to me, but I could have really only I had a choice between the David Bowie box set or the Queen. And David Bowie's great, but he tends to be really high art and kind of very emotional stuff, and which is good because sometimes I'm like that myself. But I kind of like Queen's bad boy image, and I really like Dr. Brian May because he's into looking after badgers in Britain, and I support that fully. And he's an astrophysicist, which is fascinating because I really like science myself. So I don't know much about it, really. I know what I know, but I don't know anything up to his standard. No, I don't. And he's also a 3D photographer, which is interesting because I'm a 3D photographer myself, or at least I used to be. So, except it's film, and not many people use film these days, and I'm not really too sure how to transfer it to the internet so I can share it with friends. I'd really love a 3D camera. I'd really like a 3D camera in a mobile phone. I think that would be absolutely awesome. Yes, there's apps, but then they don't quite work as well. So, anyway, on with the show. I did get just about have a hernia picking this thing up, and it looks like this. It's a great big. It's like a great big cigarette box. It's like there's 30 cigarettes in there, really enormous ones. That's what I reckon. Queen cigarettes out now. Yeah, die of cancer. Get these. Anyway, the top flips up like that. So, just like a cigarette box. And I really, sometimes I show you these things and I haven't got into them, but I really want to get into this because there's some really cool stuff in here. And one of the coolest things in here is, well, apart from the records are very cool, of course, but the book is just sensational. It's huge. It's a big hardcover book. It's probably got 100 and something pages in it. I had no idea that it was going to be quite that large. I thought it was just going to be some little paperback thing, sort of like I got for the Frankie Goes to Hollywood set. But this is really awesome, and I I'm going to spend some time probably in bed in the evening going through this before much longer. Yeah, as for the records, you know what's in here. It's just about it is every studio album that they've ever had, and it's pretty fantastic. I've looked at it and I've seen also there's been some videos online. Some other people have got this and they've just sort of gone, wow, this is awesome. I was watching this guy last night and he had ordered the thing and then he thought, what have I done? You know, because it's quite expensive. And he had sort of rung up the company and said, can I get my money back? And they said, no, it's too late. You'll have to just send it back because we've already delivered all the parcels. And he kind of went, oh, okay. So he got it, and then he unboxed it and took it all to pieces and everything. He's keeping it, yeah, because it's just an amazing set. And if you're a Queen fan, I highly recommend this. The only bugbears that I've got with it, and they're only slight and they could be fixed up easily. It's kind of difficult to get the albums out, and I sort of really would have liked some kind of ribbon thing to pull them up separately. I think that was one of the shortcomings there, but you know it's only minor, and you can buy ribbon from anywhere and just put it in if you want to. And I think I might just do that. It might just make things a little bit easier to get things out if I want to have a look. And the other thing is they said that they took the old master tapes and remastered them, and they had I think they were 24-bit sound files of the audio, and they made the records from that at Abbey Road Studios, and that is a great thing, of course. But then they only offered us MP3s, which is a little bit sort of, what, really? Now, I really wanted the 24-bit files. I reckon that would have been the cherry on the top. Instead of, MP3s are a little bit crappy, even if they're 320k, which these were. But yeah, so but yes, I can sort of see Queen bringing out another box set later on and having 24-bit files on those, sort of like CDs or something in the future. So they're probably thinking, oh, we can make a bundle of cash out of this. Yeah, but FLACs would have been really nice, or WAV files, enormous WAV files. When the Frankie Goes to Hollywood box set came out, there were a few files there that were about 100 gigabytes. No, not gigabytes, 100 megabytes long. And for an MP3, well, actually, it was a FLAC, and it was quite enormous. And so ultra clear. And yeah, they would have been pretty brilliant if we'd had them for the Queen set. And we really should have. I really would have liked that. But to someone who might be thinking about getting this set, and you're kind of on the verge and you're not really sure, yeah, I'd go for it. The thing is about the David Bowie one, there were some albums in there that were coloured and they were orange. They were all orange. The coloured ones were all orange. I don't know what the point of that was, but fine. They decided they'd just do them all on orange vinyl. And there were some black ones in there, and I think black is a bit of a wank these days. I'm sorry, I just don't like black. If you're going to put your stuff on black vinyl, I'm not buying it. And, now there's some discussion there as well about whether coloured vinyl upsets the sound quality. But according to the Queen website, they've used some special new dye that's not supposed to interfere with the audio at all. So, so apparently they had no trouble. And you can sort of trust when, something's mastered at Abbey Road. I mean, come on. If they're experts, they know what they're talking about. If they played it there on their turntables and they're happy with it, I think I'm going to be happy, and I think you're going to be happy too. So I think, and even actually plain vinyl is a little bit, plain coloured vinyl is a little bit dull these days. Splatter vinyl's kind of more the thing. So I don't know, maybe they'll do that next time. But they did do some etchings on some of the records, which is very nice, a very nice touch indeed. And there was the black and white album that's in here. And instead of having just one record and having side white and side black, what they decided to do was have one record black. And yeah, I don't like black vinyl, but yeah, it works, doesn't it? I mean, what could you do? And the other one was white, so that sort of makes up for it. And there was an etching on the B sides of both, so that was really rather cool. Yeah, if you can do it, get a copy because it's really lush, it's really lovely, and something that I think you'll really appreciate if you love Queen. So a big thumbs up on this. I reckon, I mean, 9 out of 10, and it's only one off because of the MP3s, I think. But other than that, it's just a brilliant set, and I recommend it to anyone who's into rock in general, actually. Even though every day Gold 104 FM plays Queen daily, over and over. So it's a bit strange thinking, if you just want to listen to the music, just go out there and buy the CDs. That's what I would do. I did download the MP3s though and have given them a listen, and the audio is not bad, but yeah, I would have preferred Flax. So I think that's a wrap for me. I would honestly say to you, if you want to see some of the videos where people actually go through the whole thing and show you the book and the vinyl, and it is extraordinary. I just don't need to do it because Queen put out a brilliant animated video of the whole thing, and then a few people have unboxed it online and said, hey, here it is. Have a look at it. And yeah, I was watching this guy last night. He did like this 30-minute video, and it was great. He showed everything, and it was just nice. So go around and have a look for Queen box set on YouTube, and you'll see some really cool stuff. Why did I buy this? I mean, what was my excuse for buying this in the end? It was that in November next month, I'm going to turn 50. Believe it or not. 50 years old, and I thought I'd get myself something a wee bit special, so I went a little bit overboard on this. So there you go. And as for Bowie, well, you saw that I had the single "Let's Dance," which came from Melbourne, which was at his exhibition, David Bowie Is, and there was only 500 released, I think, and they're really rather pricey if you look them up on Discogs or eBay at the moment. They're about $350 each, which is incredible. But you kind of expect that because it is such a famous song, and there was only a few of them made. Although, funny enough, you'd think Khe-Sanh by Cold Chisel would be up there too. There was only about 300 of those made, and I've got that on coloured vinyl, and you would have thought here, especially in Australia, that would have gone ballistic, but I don't know. It was a lot cheaper than this one. I don't know. Maybe Bowie's got a bit more charisma than Cold Chisel. I don't know. Certainly more famous. So that's me, and I think that's all I've got to say. And great day here in Melbourne, beautiful and warm. The weather's starting to warm up because summer is on the way, and I've been out in the garden doing a lot of gardening, putting some flowers in and all that kind of stuff, and yeah, I've been enjoying it immensely. So to all you people who are vinyl freaks, see you on my next video. Take care, all the best, bye bye.